The Western Cape and the city of Cape Town have recorded some impressive yields in the tourism business sector. They've attracted over R1 billion in the first 6 months of the 2018-2019 financial year. Now, this surpasses their annual target of R260 million. So to discuss this, we're joined now by Corne Koch, who's from Wesgro, and she joins us via our Cape Town studios. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, Corne. I mean, number one, clearly the Western Cape is definitely a popular choice. I mean, I think you guys have managed to secure about 24 bids expected, especially between May and September of 2019.
Yes, that's correct, and good evening. The unit at Wesgro is part of the tourism division, and it's called the Cape Town and Western Cape Convention Bureau, and part of their tasks is to attract meetings, incentives, conferences and exhibition to the destination.
Now, I know that you're also targeting areas particularly outside, of the city in itself. How are you faring with regards to that and having, more people exposed to what's outside of particularly Cape Town?
Yes, absolutely. So the major, your major meeting markets is in the city because of the capacity that's available in the city with the big convention centre we've got, together with bigger conference rooms. So the challenge is to also spread meetings in the rest of the region. A second-tier city to the region is the city of Stellenbosch, or the town of Stellenbosch. Due to the big university that they've got there, this is a natural attraction for bigger association meetings that can take place in that particular town. So part of the strategy is to work with the local tourism organisation there and the municipality, together with the university and its commercial arm Innovis, and to attract meetings to that region as well. And the same goes for other regions in the province, like the Eden District Municipality, which attracts a large amount of incentive travel to that region. So that's how we spread the province, or rather the types of meetings that we attract to the region.
Well, Corne, would we say that we perhaps underestimate just how much of a pull the exhibition industry has got? I mean, it looks as though it attracts about R66.5 billion into, the GDP, the country's GDP, and it takes care of national taxes. We're talking about employment opportunities here. So do we undervalue perhaps just the contribution of exhibitions?
Absolutely. Exhibitions is a large value chain. Of course, with the trading opportunities that do take place, we of course also value and measure what happens after an exhibition. Mostly the exhibitions we report on can be trade exhibitions, and there's a lot of trading and investment opportunities that's created from an exhibition in terms of the type of event that takes place. Trade exhibitions also stay. They remain for at least 2 or 3 years in a destination, and every year they attract larger amount of people, especially when they're relevant to a destination. In our case, we've attracted 2 big international exhibitions. One of them has got a conference component, but it's all investment. It's two outside investment exhibitions that have identified the Western Cape as a home to establish, and the one is called the Agri-Tech exhibition, which will happen from 2019, and that actually aligns to one of the economic targets and the economic sectors of the Western Cape. That's aligned to agri-processing. So that's the kind of strategy that we also look at the convention bureaus, to try and attract matching conferencing and exhibition that can take place in the destination.
So my colleague Gareth and myself were speaking a little bit earlier on about exactly what is the Western Cape doing and what is it getting right that I think other provinces need to learn from. What would you say the secret to success is?
I think the secret to success is strategy, proper planning. We know we want to be. We have stringent targets from our funders, which is the Department of Economic Development. But the whole province works as a unit. Everybody knows who their roles are, what we achieve, where we want to be, and we secure that. Of course, we've had a tough year with the drought and everything else around it, but it also shows our resilience. The sector works really well together, especially the tourism sector. The stakeholders work well together. So in a time of crises, we all come together and what can we do? How we need tourism. Tourism is creating about 300,000 jobs, indirect and direct jobs for the Western Cape. So we need to sustain that tourism arm in terms of maintaining those jobs. So when it comes to planning and strategy, we work as a team. And I think that's really a winning recipe. And right now we're also working with a campaign called Nowhere Better to get more consumers and get the destination again on top of mind, to come to Cape Town in the Western Cape.
Yeah.
And I think in our other partnership is also a national partnership. We have a great national partnership with the South African National Convention Bureau, who actually gives us our subvention funding for the region, and they are really instrumental in terms of getting helping with bidding for it. So we mustn't forget about that partnership, and that's invaluable to us in our bidding strategy.
Well, Corne, before we let you go, I mean, the one thing that is for sure is that for the sixth time running, and sixth time alone, the city of Cape Town literally has been voted the greatest city on earth, according to Telegraph Travel Awards as well.
Yes.
So clearly it means that there is a strategy and your working together as a unit is working. Sixth time in a row. It's time to give other provinces a chance, wouldn't you say?
Well, I think we've got very, I suppose, loyal readers. The Telegraph is 45,000 readers. That's a core market to the Western Cape. So it's a great accolade to the fact that we know we're talking to the right market. They do value the destination. We also have some other tourism awards that in the World Travel Awards have also announced as the world's leading festival and events destination. So we have another accolade that we recently just won for in the destination, obviously more pertaining to the city of Cape Town, but that is the hook of attracting delegates and visitors to the region, is through Cape Town and then spread into the rest of the Western Cape.
Well, Corne, thanks a lot for joining us this evening. One would definitely say congratulations to you, and I know that you're going to have quite a busy 2019 season there. Corne Koch, who's from Wesgro, just letting us know about these 24 bids that have been secured for the Western Cape. And